So in the last few days, in fact, South Africa has seen several accidents in spite of law enforcement officials urging motorists to exercise extra care on the country's roads this festive season. On Saturday alone, that's yesterday, more than 20 people died in two major accidents. As part of government's efforts to reduce road carnage, the Transport Education and Training Authority launched its Phepha Road Safety Campaign, which is aimed at both motorists and pedestrians who use the roads. But is this the best form of intervention? Let's unpack this now, bring in the authority's marketing and communications manager, that's Sabelo Mbuku, who joins us now via our video link. And Sabelo, thanks very much indeed for making time. I wonder where you reckon things are going wrong, given what we've seen even in just the past 24 hours with those 20 fatalities in total. Is South Africa dealing with a cultural problem on the country's roads, or is it a matter of poor messaging around this time of the year?
I think it's multiple reasons that are causing all of this, Andile, if I can say. Because in most cases, we are punting the message that encourages people to stop driving when they have, had a sip of alcohol. Now, it's been a message that has been punted around for quite some time, but still you get to see such behaviors on the roads, looking at how many people get arrested in roadblocks. So it's a behavior problem more than anything. And it's that kind of attitude that says, I only care about myself and not the next person. Because if I do care and I take responsibility of myself, then it means I would care to live to see tomorrow, and I'll be able to be more responsible on the road. As we see right now, we are getting a sense of recklessness on the roads, and that is unbecoming, because we should be a society that cares after all.
Yeah, in fact, #SeeTomorrow is the banner under which this particular campaign is being run, the Phepha Road Safety Campaign. I mean, it's one of several campaigns, I think you'll also agree with me, that we've seen over the past couple of years. The question will become now, what is different about this particular initiative?
For instance, this initiative, we are saying, Phepha, be aware, see tomorrow. We are trying to encourage people to look forward to the next day. Don't waste your life now because of a party that you are attending and forget that you still need to see tomorrow. Your children still need to rely on you tomorrow. You still need to work tomorrow. So all of these, we are saying, can we then spark some element of responsibility to commuters, to drivers, and everybody who's using the road? And like you've said earlier, it's not the only campaign that we are running. I mean, there's Hlokomela campaign that we are pushing in all the interprovincial intersections, especially in the Free State, in Gauteng, in Mpumalanga, as well as KZN. So we are looking at doing interventions that would spark the behavior that changes so that we can save lives.
You know, the real tragedy, of course, is that at the time of when a lot of these accidents take place, ordinary passengers seemingly don't have much power. In fact, we've witnessed many instances where they tried their best to discourage drivers specifically from driving recklessly. In what ways can we, around this time of the year, empower passengers and pedestrians, for instance, not to become victims of recklessness from individuals who happen to be behind the wheel?
You know what? I think we need to put an emphasis also on the fact that if you were drinking, whether you were at a party and all of that, as a passenger now or as just a normal pedestrian, it is still important that we avoid walking along the roads when we are not stable. It is very critical because some of the accidents are caused by the behavior of not only passengers but pedestrians. So passengers who are occupying cars, I mean, we've seen, in most cases when there are roadblocks, that there would be those that are in the car, they are busy drinking. So you can see that there is no one who is actually saying the driver cannot drink while driving us. So the sense of responsibility, it's like it has been relegated, I don't know to what. So that is why our messaging is more focused on behavior, behavior, behavior. And our hope is that we will be able to hit the right chord and we will see a difference in terms of how people behave on our roads.
Yeah. Statistically speaking, what is the data suggesting to you about the main cause of accidents, at least in the past couple of years? I mean, I remember we used to speak a lot about cars not being roadworthy, a few taxis that are on the road that shouldn't be on the road. But the sense I'm getting from you now is that sometimes the vehicles are perfectly fine. It's just the behavior, once again, of those people who are driving those vehicles that leads to these accidents.
Yeah, I think it's more than 70% that is related to behavior, simple behavior. Because when you drink and decide to drive, it's a behavior problem. When you text and drive, it's a behavior problem. So when you speed and you drive recklessly, you can't blame the road. You can't blame anybody else. It is a behavior problem. So all of these, if we can get our behavior right, then we can deal with the issues of accidents, things that were beyond anybody's control. But at this stage, we are dealing with things that are relating to us not behaving well on our roads and not caring about the next life and not caring about ourselves looking forward to seeing tomorrow.
That really deepens the tragedy, doesn't it? Sabelo Mbuku is the Marketing and Communications Manager at the Education and Training Authority. Sabelo, once again, thanks very much indeed for your time. Really do appreciate it.